Page 17, okay? Additional costs, closing costs. When there's 5 minutes left. 10 minutes okay. I will do additional costs and we'll do maintenance and then upgrades for energy savings tomorrow. There are many additional one-time costs when purchasing a home. There is appraisal fees. When you borrow money, a bank lender must determine the value of the home, of the property, by hiring a certified appraiser. So have a couple of things ready to go, okay? When I ask you what are some one-time costs, I would put one time next to that one, if I were you. Inspection costs lets you know of potential repairs or problems, okay? Potential repairs or problems with the construction. That would be, what do you think, inspection costs? That would be a one-time. I will say something very important to this. If you ever make an offer to purchase a home, even though you love it and it has everything you want, if they select your offer, you cannot back out legally. You cannot say, oh, actually, I don't want it, because they now said no to everybody else. So you turned down other offers, right? They turned down other offers because of you. Put down, I will buy the house pending inspection, right? So you can add a little thing, tell your lawyer, say pending inspection. So that means that you will pay for an inspector to quickly do a run through the house, electrical, any foundation problems, anything like that. That inspector, it costs you $500 to $600. It's not cheap. But if you're thinking of being stuck with something that's worth hundreds of thousands, I'd rather pay the $500 to $600. Obviously, you'll have a pretty good idea that that's what you want, but just to make sure, if it fails, you have a legal way out. If it fails, if the inspector says, you know what, the foundation has a crack, like I know it, like I can tell there's humidity in this corner, you can legally back out or negotiate. You can say, hey, I want a discount. Like it's going to cost me $5,000 to fix that, shave off 10 grand off the price of the house, and then we have a deal, right? So you can negotiate. So that's just my suggestion to you. Property survey, info on how buildings, fences are situated on the property. A property survey would also be a one-time. It would be a one-time expense. Sometimes the bank will require the property survey. Most properties should have that. It's a specific location. It tells the city exactly where your fence is supposed to be, where your property ends and where does it start. So if you don't have that survey, you might have to pay a couple $100 to get that done. So you know these people that come out and they have like a thing to measure as they walk, right? They're actually measuring exactly where your property boundaries are. Okay, insurance costs for high ratio mortgages. If you need a high ratio mortgage, you have saved less than 25% of the original cost. Okay, you need insurance. And can you put down CMHC? We don't have time to talk about it now. I think it's a bit too, like, you don't need to know a whole lot about it. The banks will tell you about that when you get to it. But it could range from 1.2 to 3% of the total mortgage. Maybe I'll talk about it after the test, because it is a significant cost that you might incur. Home insurance, what do you think? ongoing. And this, by the way, the insurance cost is also one time. Just a one-time cost. The ongoing land transfer tax, what do you think? That's a one-time. Yeah. Interest adjustments. You need to pay, right? You need to pay for number of days. There's a little bit of interest that they will charge you. So if you're the person selling, your money doesn't come to you right away. It goes from your lawyer, right? Your lawyer gives it to the other lawyer, and then they transfer the money over to you. There's a little bit of time that goes by, and actually there's interest that is charged during that time. If it's 20 days, 15 days, I don't know, there's interest. So that'll be a one time. Prepaid property taxes and utilities, one time. You have to pay that back if somebody paid for property taxes before you already. Legal fees and disbursements. Get a trusted lawyer to look after dealings with the home offer to purchase. So that's a one time as well. Moving expenses, one time. So a lot of one timers here. Okay. Service charges for utility hookups, if there are any. Nowadays, most companies don't charge you for hookups. Like Sean MTS used to charge you every time you move. They would charge you for having to move the services. But nowadays, they know you're gonna jump ship if they do that, right? So they try to stay away from that. Immediate repairs, right? That need to be done before you move in. That's a one time. Appliances, right? Fridge, range, washer, all of that. I would consider that a one-time expense, even though, yes, you may have to do it again down the road, but it's not ongoing. Decorating costs, that is also a one-time. Considered a one-time. Let's add property tax. That's ongoing. Hydro bill, ongoing. Okay, I need to kind of close it up here. And so here you have a bunch of costs that you may incur as you own your home. Okay. I will stop that here.